Salve a tutti ragazzi, bentornati sul canale di Fanny Gameric. Siamo tornati su Metal Gear Solid Delta per il finale di questo capolavoro.
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Is that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation? Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now.
Oh, finalmente. Che tra l'altro questa canzone, non so se mi daranno problemi di copyright, ma questa canzone è su Metal Gear Solid 2 ragazzi. Ancora questa radio. Ecco, bravo. È esplosa. Guardate quante cicatrici.
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis.
Non c'è ragazzi Eva.
In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, snake.
Good morning, Snake. I hope you slept well. First of all,
I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgan was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place,
Ah, madam.
saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva.
Spacciandomi per Eva. Ok.
And you and Sokolov and Volgan, you all believed me.
Quindi Eva era anche un uomo in sostanza.
The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy, and also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools.
Agente dei
I was
filosofi.
raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgan couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning.
The boss.
She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor.
Ah,
The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth.
sì.
She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you.
Interessante.
But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live.
Però intanto rimane incinta di Snake, eh.
Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice.
Data Sigint, Maggio Zero,
Because that was her
Paramedic.
duty.
You are above even the boss.
Presidente Johnson.
I hereby award you the title of Big Boss.
Big boss, ragazzi.
You are a true patriot.
Non gliela dà. Ah sì. Ricordavo diversamente.
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the Army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgan inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgan's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgan fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss, and that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it, not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive, and she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. what she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
Il mondo non saprà mai quello che ha fatto, ragazzi. Guardate, 1964 Khrushchev viene destituito, presa e diventa primo segretario del Partito Comunista come premier. La Cina segue con successo il suo primo test nucleare nel deserto di Korea. Sigint entra nell'ARPA, collabora. Ok. Il governo USA conduce uno studio sulle cure mediche d'emergenza. Eva scompare da noi senza lasciare traccia. Paramedic fonda il primo sistema paramedico della nazione a Seattle, Washington. Major Zero sceglie la Fox. Gli Stati Uniti accumulano il resto dell'eredità. Il ramo cambia il proprio nome in Patriots, portando avanti lezione Major Zero. Big Boss fonda la Fox Sound. Viene sviluppato il progetto degli Enfant Rebels. Le Enfant Rebels. Nascono i figli di Big Boss. Ragazzi, dovete giocarvi i precedenti Metal Gear Solid, perché veramente una serie clamorosa, ragazzi. Cioè, il mondo non saprà mai quello che ha fatto The Boss. Lo saprà solo Big Boss, il nostro Big Boss. Naked Snake. E qua c'è la canzone, non so se posso mettervela. Questa canzone è bellissima, ragazzi. La vorrei lasciare, ma dovrei toglierla, secondo me, per questioni di copyright. Ok, ragazzi, non ce l'ho fatta a saltare i titoli di
Yes,
coda.
Groznygrad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace.
Qua c'è Ocelot che parla, ragazzi.
I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed. Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. This
Attenzione.
money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Groznygrad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system.
Il Metal Gear
Perhaps
Rex.
it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them.
Il triplo gioco, attenzione.
I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam.
Adamska. Cioè, ragazzi, era lui Adam.
Of course, I am always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
Avete capito, Ocelot? Ocelot era Adam. Il tuo titolo è Gako. Completa il gioco a qualsiasi difficoltà. Beh ragazzi, abbiamo ufficialmente terminato questa serie. Adesso vediamo le cose che abbiamo sbloccato. Ovviamente la mimetica ottica ora continua 7 volte. Cioè sono morto 7 volte. Tutte all'ultimo quasi. Tutte con The Boss. Cioè perché ragazzi veramente la boss fight di The Boss è diversa dall'originale. Perché, ripeto, sull'originale contrattaccavo sempre, mentre qui è molto più difficile contrattaccare. E quindi ho dovuto sconfiggerla con il fucile, con la pistola. Vabbè, andiamo avanti. Nuovo oggetto acquisito. Singola action armi. Questa pistola l'abbiamo ottenuta, come avete visto, scegliendo l'arma sbagliata quando c'è stato l'ultimo duello con Ocelot dentro l'aereo. Ecco, disponibile dall'inizio dopo aver avviato una nuova partita o aver caricato dei dati di completamento. Ho ottenuto la Patriot, che è l'arma di The Boss. Hai ottenuto una fotocamera. Mimetica ottica, ragazzi. Questa l'abbiamo ottenuta prendendo tutti i Kerotan. Pittura facciale verde. Questa è nuova. Pittura facciale marrone. Sicuramente queste pitture facciali avranno qualche potere, qualche caratteristica che ci aiuterà. Pittura facciale infinito. Questa l'abbiamo ottenuta portando lo Tsuchinoko vivo fino alla fine del gioco, cioè nella gabbia. Che se non sapete come prenderlo, potete andarvi a vedere la quinta puntata. Lo smoking. Avevamo quello bianco. Mimetica banana. Abbiamo ottenuto pure. Mimetica DPM. Mimetica Auscam. Deserto. Quante cose che ci stanno dando. Mimetica tigre del deserto. Mimetica Flectan. Ma questa l'avevamo. Pittura facciale bandiera nazionale. 9 tipologie. Mimetica mummia. Ma? Mimetica granata. Mimetica ricompensa sbloccata. 18 tipologie. Quante cose che abbiamo sbloccato. Mimetica Camo, AT Camo. Questa si ottiene prendendo tutti i Gakko, cioè le papere quelle gialle. Perché con i Kerotan, le rane verdi, si ottiene la mimetica ottica. Con i Gakko, le papere quelle gialle, si ottiene questa mimetica. Teatro demo, filmati quelli segreti. No, teatro demo sono i filmati quelli della storia. Teatro segreto sono quelli segreti, sì. Hai sbloccato Guy Savage? Ah, forse ci possiamo giocare quando vogliamo con questa demo. Cioè, l'incubo di Snake. Wow. Visualizzatore personaggi. Salviamo, ovviamente. Perfetto. Ah, è cambiato il menu, giustamente, ragazzi. Guardate che spettacolo. Il cavallo, cioè, guardate. Il cavallo di The Boss. Che spettacolo. Nuova partita più, con tutte le cose sbloccate. Sì. Ecco, carica una missione completata e avvia il gioco dall'inizio. Ah, ecco cosa si sbloccava, ragazzi. Dove c'erano i punti interrogativi. Il minigioco Guy Savage. Quindi ci possiamo giocare quando vogliamo. Buono. Teatro demo, teatro segreto. Che questi filmati si sbloccano prendendo le pellicole. Ecco, guardate. Prendendo le pellicole ai soldati si prendono. Ma quanto ce n'è? Ce n'è un casino. L'amore non ha età. No, le voglio sbloccare. Questi filmati li voglio sbloccare. E qua c'è Raiden. Ma che Metal Gear Raiden. Filmato segreto. Vediamo questo. Sbloccato dopo il completamento della storia. Ok, vediamo. Guardiamolo. quando abbiamo recuperato Sokolov. Ma che sta a fare l'onda energetica?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me. My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more.
Vabbè, in sostanza solo l'onda energetica c'è in più di Sokolov.
Back. Boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together,
Qua è tutto uguale.
it's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
Hornets.
No, no, aspetta, qua sta cambiando qualcosa. Ma che cazzo? È finito il gioco. Tutti i Cobra sono morti con l'onda energetica. Ma che cazzo? Che spettacolo. Beh ragazzi, non vedo l'ora di sbloccare anche gli altri, però vabbè, li sbloccherò da solo ovviamente. Beh ragazzi, detto questo, fatemi sapere nei commenti cosa ne pensate e vi ripeto, se non l'avete fatto recuperatevi tutti i Metal Gear Solid, perché è una serie davvero clamorosa. Beh ragazzi, adesso vorrei portare Heavy Rain. Praticamente, se non lo conoscete, è un gioco di avventura grafica, però che si tratta di un thriller. Vabbè, è un bel gioco comunque della Quantic Dream, per PC ovviamente. Poi dopo di quello porterò i Mafia precedenti, dato che ho portato Mafia The Old Country, porterò anche il primo, il secondo e il terzo Mafia, però la Definitive Edition, cioè quelle remasterizzate, i remake, come si chiamano. Diciamo che adesso ho altri 4 titoli da portare prima di prendere la scheda di acquisizione, perché appena prenderò la scheda di acquisizione vi prometto che continuerò Batman Arkham Knight, che l'ho lasciato in 13 perché la PlayStation mi metteva la registrazione in pausa. Bene ragazzi, ci vediamo su Heavy Rain, un saluto a tutti.